And checkity check. What's going on, y'all? Zen Master JP here, checking in for the evening stream at the Sin City Crypto Trading Show. What's up, folks? Who's in the chat with me? Who's ready to make some money with Bitcoin's price action today? Who's here? Attract abundance. I see ya. Hola, legendary God King. What's going on? Who's in the chat? I'm ready to get in these charts. I see you, Frog Time. Hey. Shout out to RC, Big Bone, a Maniac in the chat. Check in. Time to check in. Roll call. Roll call, baby. What's going on? All right, man. So much going on with Bitcoin here today. Man, fake out to breakout is the story. Oh, yeah, baby. Hello, Crypto Ondin. Okay. We got Arthur of Forat. I see you all. Jason Williams. Hello. Well, hello there. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna start looking at Bitcoin and find some opportunity. Gonna look for some trade setups. Man, it was tough this morning, really tough. You know, price came all the way down in the morning, came back up, you know, shortly after. Crittenden. Okay, I got you. Yeah, some of these names I'm struggling with. I'm sorry. Muhammad Khalif. Hello. All right, I'm gonna look at Bitcoin on like a 5-minute time frame right now. Start us off. Here we go. Start us off in that 5-minute time frame. Here we go, and there is that a dump, to pump, a fake out again from a Bitcoin. Yeah, a lot of market manipulation X's on the way down there. A very sharp dump. Did have a bullish divergence. A price came swinging right back up. That happened to coincide exactly, and I mean exactly, with the Truth Social post from Trump. Hello, Crosshair Precision. Okay. Big move up. But then you see, you know, structure started getting a little bit roundy there, a little bit roundy toppy roundy. And then, you know, price kind of thundered down. A lot of people got stopped out right there. So I'm glad we did not go long earlier. I'm glad we did hesitate. And you know what? Sometimes the best trade is no trade. I know I'm not supposed to say that during a trading show. You know, I'm giving you trades and it's always a trade opportunity. But sometimes the best trade is no trade. And I'm glad we didn't force a trade earlier. But it looks like, you know, a shorts may be inbound. We'll see. We have more data now. We have more information than we did earlier. Hello, everybody. Just joined in the chat. Technologic. Decrypto, yes, welcome in. Yeah, price dumped, stopped a lot of people out right there. Maybe even liquidated some folks with that little wick right there, thinking we're going back to the moon. But then we just put this in right here. We kind of come back up, another fake out and a dump, a rounded tops, just a dump, yeah, bearish, a divergence. There was some warning there that it was going to dump. A price dumped earlier. I'm wondering, I mean, not perfect at all, but is that could that be an you know, a deformed shoulder, head and right shoulder right there? I'm inclined to believe if we give it all back, if we give this little what may be a fake pump all back, I'm thinking that makes us pretty bearish, and this can drop pretty fast. Okay. Muhammad says, check the news. God King, can we check the news, please? Anything going on pertaining to the war or the markets or anything affecting Bitcoin right now? I'm going to look at some more stuff here. I need to look at liquidity. I'm going to bring up my liquidity platform here from Trading Different and see if the liquidity still favors the downside. And I really want to find some trades for us. I realize that I actually trade even better with you guys, live than I do just solo. I feel accountable to you. I feel like I gotta, really make sure I give you the most probable setup, even a better setup than I would do for myself, if you know what I'm saying. A big shout out to Mr. Golf Bank, a $2 super chat asking, can I look at hype? I surely will. I'll look at it in just one moment. I'm just going to show this liquidity for Bitcoin and then get right into hype. Here we go. A Bitcoin. This looks like this is a 1 hour, but you see all the liquidity is still down low. Started 72.9 all the way down 70,009. I want to go to the smaller time frames, like the 5 minute here, 5 minute time frame. It looks like we're gonna dump. Just looking at this structure, seeing what's going on here, I think this dumps. I'm feeling that, kind of imperfect head and shoulder there. It looks like we're curving down, heading to that thick liquidity. It may be time to short. There may be an early trade alert, but let me hurry up and look at hype real quick. Take care of it for you. Hyper liquid, a lot of interest in hyper liquid right now. We'll get right into it. Hyper liquid. What was the best exchange? Look at Coinbase. That is cool. All right. So just really quick refresher on the daily for hyper liquid via request right now. Hyperliquid still breaking out on the daily. Yep. Fresh green candle right now, about to close in 1 hour and 51 minutes. Clearing these wick highs and ready to head up even more. It looks like I'm looking at the daily. Go down to that so important 4 hour time frame. See what we got going on here. You see that kind of break down, somewhat of a flag, somewhat of a bull flag kind of broke out there. Yeah, somewhat of a bull flag broke out. The Stokes were low, the green dot. You guys now see why I'm always saying a low Stokes, green dot, the long setup. I like it. That's why, when you're in a nice bull trend and you start retracing, once the Stokes are low, that green dot, it blasts you off a little bit. Overbought right now, but Marcus Ivor says there could be continuation. We have the yellow diamonds right there, continuation diamonds. That's the 4 hour. I'll go to a 1 hour, 1 hour time frame. As Stokes almost reset, could we get another mini bull flag right here? Look at that. Could be a mini bull flag. Maybe you touch this. What is this white line right here? I think that is my did I add a smooth moving average? I know I added the 9, the orange line. Let me look at my averages here. That's a new line there. Settings 21. Okay, yeah, that's I'm retarded. That's literally my 21. I thought that was like a great line. That's my 21 MA. So let me give you the colors here. This orange is the 9. See, the 9 confusing me now. And where's bro? Can we get bro in here? Legendary God King. Where's my bro? Got me putting a 9 on my chart. This little orange line is the 9 moving average, not a SMA, not an EMA, but just a MA, a moving average. White 21. The red is the 50 MA, and then we have a yellow line, the 200 MA, which is the most important one to me as far as about being bullish or bearish. This could be potentially another bull flag right here. We just saw one breaking out for Hyperliquid on that 4 hour, and that did some damage. This looks like it's going to come down just a little bit more to fill the flag and give me the actual low Stokes green dot. Of course, a long setup potentially right there on Hyperliquid. I would assume the smaller time frames look like they're coming down. We'll see. 15 minute, yeah, coming down. Blood diamond, you are reset right there. It could bounce from the 50, right? It's a possibility. We'll keep an eye on it. Maybe that's the mature bull flag right there. You never know. 15 minute, yeah, 15 minute could be good to go. If it starts curving up, that could be good to go. Bull flag, a falling wedge. bullish consolidation. We can see Hyperliquid making the move, baby. Rudy LV, good to see you. Welcome in. Everybody just coming in. Make sure you say hello in the chat. Okay, roll call, baby. Who's here? 5-minute time frame. So this is this one has been dumping for a bit here. A double bottom on the RSI. Money flow says, man, we've now entered a little bit of a bearish trend on the retracement. 1 minute under it and losing. Looks like you can see it retracing, going down. 1 minute bearish. That daily still bullish. 4 hour broke out already, a little bit extended from breaking out. The 1 hour could potentially be a little scalp if that bull flag matures a bit there. So there you go, Hyperliquid. Now back to Bitcoin, and I want to make sure I find us a trade. Just looking at things, I'm thinking short right now, because even look at the 30-minute. That looks like a bear flag to me. 30-minute bear flag, Stokes pointing down. All the momentum and volume seems to be trending down there. That looks pretty bearish. Is it really that bearish? That looks bearish. Is there a diamond pattern there now? Is there a potential diamond pattern? You get the diamond pattern when you're very highly volatile and could reverse price, come in the opposite way that you entered. Did you enter bullish or bearish? You kind of chopped into it. I don't think it works that way. Let me see here. Kind of entered it bullishly a little bit there. Enter bullish, exit bearish. That could be a case. Yeah, it's a reversal. Enter bullish, exit bearish right on the other side. It looks like it. There you go, the prism effect. I could see that potentially dumping. There's another level of confluence there to bring price down. I'm very much considering the short on Bitcoin. Let me go to the daily time frame. And I know you guys want to see, a bunch of different coins, altcoins. I want to take care of as many of them as I can. And Neil, hello, welcome in. Osama, welcome in. A Banana Republic. Rex Futurez, there you are. I want to take care of as many coins as I can, but let's try something different. I need you to actually spam your coin into the chat right now. We'll give you permission. Moderators, don't kick anybody, okay? We're giving them permission to spam multiple times in a row the coin that you want. And the coin that I happen to see, that I see the most, I will do a deep dive on. How about that? That's what we got to do right now. Go ahead and spam literally the same thing over and over until YouTube stops you. Our moderators won't stop you. Nightbot won't stop you. Just go ahead and spam it in. Fill up the chat. Whoever's getting the most spams, whatever coin I see spamming the most, I'm going to look at. Okay. Take a quick look at the NASDAQ while that goes down. I'm always looking at traditional finance to see what's happening. It's Friday, isn't it? It's Friday. NASDAQ futures close already. They're going to leave us high and dry. Are you serious? Just leave us on our own to dump by our lonely? Oh my God. No NASDAQ. So that means no oil either, right? No oil. Oh man, they really want to dump price, don't they? No NASDAQ, no oil. Unless we use some type of tokenized oil, maybe on one of the exchanges that may have it open, but we got no NASDAQ, no oil, just a Bitcoin, liquidity, and whales, market manipulators, and macro bear pressure. Okay, Technologic is going kind of hard. I see TET. Give me one more real quick. Write that down. Let's see what we got here. I'm looking for coins, baby. Looking for coins. Spam it. Spam it. Spam it. I got TET. What else we got? I'm looking through the chat. Looking through the chat. Y'all not going hard enough for me. Technologic, I definitely got you. You can stop, Technologic. I got you. Let's see. All right. We can stop for now. We're gonna do we're gonna do TET, TET, and we're gonna do a ZBCN for frog time. Okay, we're gonna do another spam session in just a moment. You can rest on your spam if you want. Okay, hey, hell, keep spamming. We'll do it like this. Hey, moderators, whenever people are spamming for coins, don't moderate them. Let them spam. Let them spam, baby. Maybe they'll get my attention. Okay, let's do TET right now. TET. Let's do TET. TET USDT. I'm seeing it on MEXC. That's Tectum, right? Tectum emission token. Very low volume candles on the small time frames. Let me go to another one. Gate. All right, Gate isn't too bad. All right, look at it on a daily just really quickly. Really quickly. Macro downtrend. Okay, this is one of those coins. This is one of those coins where it just goes down and do a fake rounded bottom for the entirety of its existence. All right, yeah, I'm not talking crap about it, but I mean, that looks a bit rough, man, just on the macro. But, you know, you do have some type of rounded structure right here, right? And a breakout could be a bull flag right there. Bull flag, low Stokes on the daily. Will it break out? We have no idea. Then look at your 12-hour time frame. 12-hour has a green dot. I don't see support, though, and it looks rough. There's no wicks. There's no green candles. Nothing really, you know, letting you know for sure that this will bounce right there. Downtrend for sure. Go to the 8-hour, consolidating under your 200. It looks like that will dump more. Even though you have a green dot and low Stokes, I look for that for a long, but just structure-wise, man, that's just, you know, that's just bearish right there. No signs of bullish activity just yet. For 4 hours, same thing, man. I'm just seeing descending triangle right there. You know, we short that all day. You know, we shorted that on oil. Give me the 30-minute, just kind of choppy, man. Yeah, so I'll tell you this, man. You know, you're in a downtrend clearly. I'll let you know what you need to do to break that downtrend, and I'll do that on maybe like okay. So we'll say this, man. On the 12-hour, you check it. I lost you. Checkity check. Can you hear me? Checkity check. Can you hear me? Hey, checkity check. Can you hear me? It says OBS disconnected. Interesting. Come on. Check. All right. Am I still here? It said OBS disconnected. That was weird, man. It says reconnection successful. Okay. You better stop playing, man. I got that AT&T fiber, you know, that quantum, you know what I'm saying? We got that fiber, 2 gig down. I got like 1 gig up, baby. Let's go. Stop playing with me. Don't ever do that again. Okay. Let me see if I can see some moving average crosses you need to do. Well, I'll say this, man. You did kind of break out from some moving averages, potential, you know, trend reversal. Even look at the 5-day, breaking above, you know, all moving averages there. But, you know, some pretty heavy red candles coming in. So for FET, I would say you look for that 12-hour to maybe bottom, a maybe, big maybe, right there around 38 cents, 38.75. Okay, there you go. Get back to Bitcoin real quick, and then I'll get into that other request. I'm looking for a potential trade on a Bitcoin. See what's going on the 15-minute for Bitcoin. 15-minute trying to get above the 200 MA. It could be a bullish cross here. It's right there, but it kind of feels forced though. What I mean by that is, like, it seems like the moving averages has caught up just because we've been going sideways, not because we've been pumping. Those are like less, less confident to me, you know, for a real move when the moving average is just dragged down. But they are tight though. Look at all of the 50, the red line, the 21, the white line, and that 9, the orange line, all coming together. The moving averages are tight. That's a good thing for a move, but it could be a move down. Maybe you get rejected. I see a blood diamond on Bitcoin on the 15. I am, leaning towards a short right now. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to look at ZBCN. I believe it was for frog time. If you want me to look at your coin next, now is the time to actually spam. Once again, you can put it in multiple times and we will not remove you for doing it. Moderators, let them do what they do. Run it up, okay? ZBCN USDT. Okay, let's look at it. All right. Daily time frame, not too bad, not too bad. Broke above that also important 200 in May. You did somewhat of a bull flag, bull pennant, but you lost it. Why didn't that break up? It broke down instead. Now bouncing off the 200, saying I want to stay above the 200. It is a truly trying. Technologic, you're really good at this, man. You're really good at this. I love it. All right. Technologic, I got you on the aerodrome. Okay, so you can stop spamming that. Now, everyone else, step it up and spam the chat. Okay, Technologic, I got you. You are queued up, man. You have understood the assignment. All right. I see a bounce on the daily right now. Low Stokes, low Stokes on the daily for ZBCN. Makes you think you can get a move. Maybe you do. Let's go to like a 8-hour time frame. Pretty random. A nice bounce. Nice bounce there. Okay, we see you above all moving averages there. Seeing if there was some bullish div on that come down a little bit there. A little bit of bullish div brought you up. Looks like it's about to break out right now. ZBCN on the 8-hour. Not too bad. 4-hour, you're below the moving averages. You know, could this just be, some type of just some form of bearish consolidation? Falling broadening wedge, maybe. I do see some potential inverse head and shoulders complex, not beautiful, but yeah, money flow heading into the green, attempting to reverse. 30-minute. 30-minute is a bit bullish there. Got a nice move. Now starting to flag. Not too bad. ZBCN just recently got a move. A nice move. If you're looking to trade that move, I mean, you could potentially trade it bullishly. Look at a fib level. It tells you where you're likely going to bounce at. Look at the 618 to 786 level. Somewhere around 0.0029406. Right about there. Maybe a bounce area, or maybe it just takes off now. Maybe it's too bullish and it takes off now. But if it comes down for a healthy retracement, that was the level I will look for. Let's go to a 5-minute time frame. ZBEC. Yeah, kind of losing it. A lot of bear div on the way up right there. I got to say that looks a little bit lackluster, but who knows, man? They've been pumping everything. Make it look bearish, pump it. Make it look bullish, dump it. You know how the crypto market go. 1-minute time frame, had lost it, now coming back up. I'll go to a random 7-hour or 10-hour. I'm just looking here. I mean, it looks like cups or W's instead of M's to me. So maybe it does get a move, and it's literally at the neckline. So this looks likely to break out from here. And it already is in the small time frames, moving up to 0.0033017 for ZBEC. All right, looks good. Get back to Bitcoin and liquidity. A lot of action in the market, folks. Any update on Trump? Can somebody update me on Trump, the war, a Truth Social? Was anything Trump was saying earlier real? And is it actually helping the market? Is it affecting the market? I'll tell you right now. I'll go to these small time frames, see what we got. Yeah, small time frames. I'm still seeing that kind of not perfect head and shoulder there below the 200 on a 5-minute. 1 minute still below the 200. So that means we are bearish right now. That 2-hour looked pretty. Oh my God. Blood diamond on a 2-hour. Oh, this is about to be really easy. This is about to be a really easy here. That looks very shortable. What do you guys think here? Check that out. Very overbought Stokes pointing down for you. They gave us the red dot, red money flow, a VWAP heading down. That is a bear flag, my friends. That is a bear flag. Yes, it is. No mistaking it. Bear flag from a bear trend makes me a bear. So I'm that might be the time frame we do it on. I've really been liking the 2 hour. Let me see what the 4 hour is saying. That is the time frame I'm usually aligned to. No red dot yet on the 4 hour, but once again, looks like a bear flag. That's a bear flag. And look at the current candle. Looks like it was a green candle. It just turned red, barely a body. Look, it's slightly green now, barely a body, but a lot of wicks to the upside here, a lot of sell pressure. This looks like a dump to me. You're almost overbought on the stochastics. Money flow is still red. That looks like a short. It's not giving me the official signal yet. You know, I like having the Stokes curving down with my red dot, but I see a short right now on BTC. I may put a stop loss up here. I may actually use the 2 hour time frame. It has the blood diamond. Yeah, I think we got ourselves a trade here, folks. We could line that up with liquidity. Here's liquidity on the 5 minute time frame, way below us. Excuse me, not way below us, pretty close below us. We have some hot red liquidity. Let me put it on like a 1 hour time frame, close to a 2 hour. You know, that would basically be our trade right there. A bear flag breakdown. I'm thinking we scoop up some of this liquidity, maybe not all of it, but at least some of it. Take profits early as usual. That looks like a really, you know, high probability trade. But so did it last night though, right? Even look at the head and shoulder. Look at this structure on this 1 hour time frame. Last night they had us in a head and shoulder. It even dumped. Look. The funny thing is, it actually played out the measure move. You measured the head. It played out the exact measure move. Took just a little itty bitty bit of liquidity, and then just turned around. Interesting. I got a question for you guys. It's a philosophical question. Something I've been thinking about. Do you believe that TA always plays out? Do you believe that TA plays out? Ask yourself that right now and go ahead and put it in the chat. How do you feel about it? I'm going to be bold here and say that TA always plays out. It just doesn't play out the way you expect it. All right? Because as we see, the TA played out here, right? The head and shoulder dumped the way it should have, the exact measured move. And what happened? We took liquidity. Buyer stepped in. Somewhere the demand, you know, if you look on some smaller time frames, you'll see the volume increasing. You know what I'm saying? Increasing. So basically you had you got to bounce there, right? You got to bounce. You're back in the range from that bounce. What structure do we have right here? We have, just a big candle, a green engulfing candle. That engulfing candle tells you you're bullish. And I want to be clear, when I say TA plays out, not that, you'll see TA, and I'm not saying every trade works out, every trade based on TA. What I'm saying is, what the chart gives you, normally plays out. And we can back test. We can back test like almost every rounded top, a breakdown, rounded bottoms, a break up. And when it doesn't, you zoom out and it's because of like another pattern. Like I noticed a lot of times TA plays out so much. Check this out. Top, that's somewhat of a double top. That dumps you down, right? Dumps you down. Let's see what's right here. You have that dumped. That looks like a bear flag. So this is a good example of what I'm talking about, right? So that looks like a bear flag, right? And you would say that, bear flags break down, right? Bear flags break down. Yes, they usually break down, but not all the time, right? What it did is it actually filled the fair value gap. Buyer stepped in and filled this fair value gap right here. and that's TA as well, just filling that gap, with enough volume. You had some sell pressure up here. You could say technically this was once again a double top. Double tops dump you. They dump you a measured move. I'm just kind of messing around right now with trading philosophy. Like, I just love this stuff, man. Double top dumps you. What I'm saying is, in retrospect, and if you look at it from maybe a different perspective, a different angle, you can see that, oh, that's why that played out. Oh, I was looking at the bear flag on the 5-minute, but there was actually a inverse Adam and Eve on the 15-minute, something like that. It's always a justification, even with the, let's look at price action earlier, the 5-minute time frame on Bitcoin, like this dump right here, the dump, this morning, and then the Trump tweet. You could say, well, that's just Trump manipulating the market. That's not TA, right? That's not TA. But the fact that, this huge dump, you had bullish a divergence the whole time there on the stochastic. Like, isn't that TA playing out? The bullish a divergence kicking in and eventually pumping price back up. And the fact that we dump so quick, we created fair value gaps that got filled in reverse. That's all, TA. So I guess what I'm saying is, once again, TA is not, magic. TA is not, it's not psychic. It's not psychic ability. What I'm saying is TA is trend analysis and, and pattern recognition. And it's also just, kind of the way markets move, the way markets move, it gets exhausted one way, goes the other way. I'm just I see a lot of TA that makes sense after the fact, even though it don't make sense at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, this right here, and I'm sorry to be so educational right now, but I'm just, I just like talking about trading philosophy. Okay. I don't know if you guys remember yesterday, we were looking at potentially, going for a scalp long. We're doing a scalp long based on the bullish consolidation above the 200 here. We had something looking like that. It was a ascending a triangle at the time, right? At the time, but then we started making a head and shoulder within the ascending triangle. Who remembers this? Put a 1 in the chat. We were literally long during this. It was a nice bullish cross. Money flow was shaping up. We even tried to break out a few times, but then we did this head and shoulder. And I said, hey guys, man, this is starting to look a bit bearish. Head and shoulder within the pattern. Yeah, it could get tight, but you got a head and shoulder in the pattern, and then head and shoulders break you down, right? Measure the head, and that broke it down below the 200 MA. We lost the 200 MA. It looked very, very shaky. But look what happened. We bounced. That's a double bottom. A double bottom get you back in the pattern. Not back in the pattern, sorry, but back up above the moving averages. Back up above the moving averages and started to look a bit bullish again, right? Started to look a bit bullish again. This is the 5-minute time frame. I'm looking at yesterday's price action, okay? Got us back in the range. It started getting bullish, and then a pump to dump, right? Or dump to pump. I remember this, and I'm like, oh my God, that's so bearish. That was so bearish. This red engulfing candle taking everything right there, engulfing all of these candles. It looks so bearish, right? And then, and not to mention this little mini head and shoulder right there too, kind of warning you right there. But it looks so bearish. But then the bulls fought back. The bulls fought back, causing high volatility. I call this a V for volatility right there. V for volatility. And, and it even looked like, a inverse head and shoulder once it came back. It started looking bullish and breaking out. It tried to break out. It looked bullish. So here's an example where you would say TA doesn't play out, right? That's an inverse head and shoulder right there. That's the inverse head and shoulder. That should break out. It did not break out. So TA does not work, right? Well, open your mind. Open your mind to the fact that we did put in another double top. Look, technically both of those, all that together creates a double top. Double tops break it down. I'm just saying, it may not work out the way you want. It may not even look the way you want. Not only that, once we did that, once we put in this second high right here, can you see it? Can you see the second double top? Like the a little bit on a, it may be sorry, it may be easier to see on a higher time frame, but can you see the big double top? I can see the big double top. Look at this double top, and you basically failed to put in a new high here. You failed to put in a new high and came down, making it bearish again. Okay, and there's a measured move for this. I'm showing you that TA plays out just not the way you may want it to. Measure that. That'll dump you. Look, dump you right down there. Look, that predicted literally the, the morning dump. That's a double top. A loss of 200 MA, market manipulation X's. What this basically is, the double top, this macro double top. You could probably, I don't call it macro, but it's bigger than that inverse head and shoulder we're looking at. You can see it a little bit better on the 30-minute. See what I'm saying? This is like a 30-minute double top. What I'm saying is the 30-minute double top had trumped the the 5-minute inverse head and shoulder. The 30-minute double top was stronger than the 5-minute inverse head and shoulder. TA played out. And look at this. This came down. When we dumped, we came down and pretty much matched this area. We did stop out anybody who was trying to hold on to longs with stop losses down here. That did happen. A lot of stop outs are happening in this market right now. But what is that? Let's kind of look at that structure. Once you hit that, I don't know, triple bottom. Is there a bigger pattern here we're seeing that I don't see? I see this could potentially be a whole bigger, and the bullish usually plays out just not the way you expect it, and it all makes sense in retrospect. All right, sorry for the lesson there. It's just my thoughts on things. I believe everything is factored in at all times. I'm not a big believer in market manipulation. The market manipulation boogeyman, I should say. I don't believe in the market manipulation boogeyman. The market manipulators are just rich people trying to make more money, okay, and using their power to do it. But everything is factored in, and you have to be ready for that manipulation. And manipulation is part of the TA, is part of the sentiment, and it's telegraphed. Everything is telegraphed there for you, okay? All right, more coins. What do you want to see right now? Time to spam. We will not kick you out for putting the same coin in over and over. Go ahead and put it in right now. I'll get into it, and I'm cooking up a trade for Bitcoin for us. And good point. Who said that? That Pulse. A good shout out to you. You said TA is self-fulfilling. That's what I'm talking about. Great way to put it. TA is a self-fulfilling prophecy. I like that. Self-fulfilling. Okay. Bitcoin. I'm highly considering that 2 hour short. I think it's time to call it, because we're still bearish on the small time frames, right? We haven't claimed the 1 minute yet. We have not claimed the 1 minute. And look at that ugly structure, man. Come on. That's the 1 minute. Look at that structure. Just just nasty around the top. Ugh. That's just nasty, disgusting. Ew. Do we have high Stokes on any time frames here? Yeah. So based on a few things here, man, based on the 5 minute, this imperfect, ugly head and shoulder right there, based on the 2 hour bear flag with a blood diamond. That's right, bear flag with the blood diamond that's about to play out. Based on the daily, man, the daily had those nice tweezer bottoms too. I owe you guys that top down analysis. Once again, I did one earlier, but the wicks are nice, but you're still a red candle. You still went lower. We still put in a lower low. It's still a red candle. That's not bullish. That is not bullish at all. Based on the daily, based on the 4 hour, just about to roll over. Based on the 8 hour, gonna roll over. I'm ready to short. You guys ready to short? You ready to make some short money? Short money is fast money, baby. All right. Let me see who we got here. I'm seeing Near. Oh, I gotta do Aerodrome too. I got you, my man. Who's that requested Aerodrome? The guy that kept spamming the best. Was that you? Technologic, right? All right, so definitely Aerodrome, definitely Near. And I'm looking for more coins. Spam it, spam it, spam it. Please more. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna check out Peak. P-E-A-Q. All right, Peak. Let's do it. All right, I'll look at Aerodrome really quick, and then I'll make my Bitcoin call for you. Aero USD on Coinbase. Here we go, baby. Rejected at the daily time frame, and could be putting in somewhat of a fallen wedge, a bull flag, and maybe, yeah, Stokes curving down, a red dot, no sign of a bounce. You do have a little wicks, but nothing crazy. A 6-hour time frame, getting a bit bearish there. That's a little bit of a bear flag. Yeah, 8-hour could bounce there, double bottom, right? Bottom. Money flow red, not too promising. Oh, there's a blood diamond. A blood diamond's a dump price very hard. That's this red diamond right here. A blood diamond on Aerodrome, a 30-minute. That looks like that's about to dump. That's about to take a big crap right there. Yeah, that's a short. Here you go. You want me to look at Aerodrome? There's your short right there. Stop loss above the 200 MA on the 30-minute. Take it on down to about 37 cents. There you go. There is a call on Aerodrome. Man, let me turn this up.
Alert. Trade inbound. This is not financial advice.
Make it proper, baby. Make it proper.
Attention. Trade inbound. Attention. Trade alert. High probability setup found. Time to blindly follow JP. Sin City Crypto. New trade alert.
New trade
This is
alert.
not financial advice.
I'm just saying, you could short Aerodrome. I'm so sorry for shorting your coin, but you could enter right about now, right? Around 41, 0.415. You could put a stop loss at 0.426. You take profit at 0.37. Aerodrome look like it's about to dump, baby. I'm sorry. All right, smaller time frames. I want to leave that there because I want to actually enter that trade, and I want to get into a Bitcoin trade. Man, another blood diamond right there on the 3-minute, 1 minute under the 200. Looks a bit dumpy. You got a green dot, but I don't know. I don't believe it right there. We'll see. Okay, there you go. Aerodrome. And let me look at Near really fast. Near, that's a bear flag for now. That is a big dump, man. Huge dump. Yeah, huge dump. Not in love with the structure. Very complex. It just looks like it's going to dump. You are at support right there. 4-hour, a double blood diamond for market cipher A. Says we go lower. 12-hour. You know, maybe you do around the bottom. That looks like it's going to go lower. Daily. Okay, nice bullish trend on a daily. I will look for fib bounce. So a lot of these coins that are super extended, just look for the fib bounce. You know, go for the 618 or the 786. You know, go for the golden pocket or go for the 786. Either around $2.08 or $1.80. You know, go for those fib levels. You know, on Near. Still bullish, but I mean a little bearish on some of the small time frames. Okay. All right, I got to get the Bitcoin. What is she doing? Small time frames just kind of chopping a bit there. You know, flirting with getting above the 200. 2-hour is the one I'm looking to short on. I feel like price might go a little bit higher though. I might do one of those scalping, one of those sniper entries. Right, Rex? Rex, can you help me out with this one? Maybe we do a sniper entry on this. I feel like there's a better entry potentially on Bitcoin. I do want to short it, but it seems like it might maybe come up a little bit on the small time frames as you're hovering directly below the 200 MA. That's what you need to get above to get bullish. It's kind of just hanging out right under it, almost wanting to get above it. And do you see that inverse head and shoulder right there on Bitcoin? I see it. It has a double bottom in each one too. Once again, showing you that, you know, TA is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Look, there's a double bottom right there in it. There's a double bottom. There's a double bottom, double bottom, double bottom, double bottoms within the shoulder, head, and right shoulder. That should bring price up. So I want to short Bitcoin based on the medium and high time frames, but I mean, I'm looking at the smaller time frames. I want to make sure we get a good entry here. And that could come up based on that inverse head and shoulder. Money flow a bit in the green right now. And there's that green dot of doom that my co-host David talks about a lot. I think that's supposed to be a bullish sign, but it normally dumps like every time when that green dot of doom, not this green dot, but that green dot of doom right there. I'm curious, you know, whoa, look at that. Holy moly. Yeah, that green dot of doom is for real. All right. Well, maybe. Did you see the blood diamond flash right there? The blood diamond flash before our eyes. So it may be time to short sooner than later. Go back to that 2 hour. I really think this is it. I like this time frame. Let me get my short tool and see what we could do here. You know, so it's either we enter now and we have a deep stop loss, we don't worry about it, or we bring our entry a little bit high, maybe at resistance. We do risk getting stopped out if price really pumps, and we also have to be patient on the entry. And is price actually coming right back up? Look how moody she is today. Bitcoin is feisty, man. She's so feisty. Big shout out to Mr. Pabs. Mr. Pabs, did you do hype yet? We did hype. Yeah, I'll do it a little bit later for you, or soon for you. Okay. Oh, damn. God can go hard. I said I need to do hype for a super chat. I think I did hype for a super chat. That was the first one, I think. No? I do see one that I did miss, though. That pulse, you sent me something? Can I check REI on base, contract, and then CFD? Well, that pulse, is it in TradingView? I really don't want to leave TradingView, you know, for like one of those coins that are on, what is it? You know, the meme cesspool. What's that place called again? I forgot what it's called. I don't even, that's how much I don't go there. You know, I really like to use like, you know, coins with high market cap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let me pull up HBAR and XLM. Actually, XLM. XLM seems to be getting a lot of movement. XLM breaking out. XLM do not care about nothing in the world. Acting crazy and silly. Oh, man. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful ascender. I love that. Bullish. Bullicious right there. A bullicious for Stellar Lumens on a 15-minute. Look at that low Stokes green dot. This keeps going. That keeps going. Stellar Lumen is about to go even higher right now, even though it's been going higher. What is going on with this freaking coin? There's a trade right there. That's about to break out. Low Stokes, a hidden bullish, a divergence. I'm calling it.
Attention. Trade alert. Trade inbound. This is not financial advice.
That's right, baby. Never financial advice. But I see that breaking out right there. Why wouldn't that break out? A nice tight consolidation. I mean, you're trending up a bit there, but you got the low Stokes with the hidden bullish divergence. That's right, lower stochastic and higher lows on price. Green dot, excellent money flow, a nice bullish trend. A bit high risk because, I mean, you're a bit extended, right? Look how much you've been pumping, but I see this going even higher. I see it going higher based on that beautiful consolidation. Yeah, that looks nice, man. Go to a 1 hour. You see the 1 hour a bit overbought there. Yeah, very bullish on XLM. I don't know what's going on with it. That partnership must be really pumping the coin. Wow. All right, I need to log into Bitunix. Let me see. Let me change my screen. Okay, I should still be here. Reconnected. Beautiful. Not a glitch. Interesting. All right, I am gonna log into my Bitunix. Put the link in the chat, please. God King. Bitunix, the best crypto exchange I've come across. No KYC necessary in the United States. No VPN necessary. Very legal, sound, safe, high liquidity, excellent interface, baby. We have a $15,000 prize pool, okay, for high volume and ROI traders. And I need to put in my authenticator. I need my phone. I need my phone to put in my authenticator. Interesting. Okay, one moment. I'm going to bring up the casino. I haven't looked at the casino today. I'm going to bring up the casino while I get my phone, which is in the next room. Give me one moment, and then we'll really see where Bitty wants to go. All right, here we go. Casino. That's right. Casino demand a negative 44, but a pull to the upside right now. That's right. Pull to the upside. Whoa, there's some. Oh, but look at all the red time frames over there and all those red orders coming in. We got to hurry up and get into our short, folks. Let me just get my phone so I can authenticate and get it to Bitunix and show you how great it is. But in the time being, just kind of look at this casino, man. There's a lot of action right now in Bitcoin. This is a very exciting, man, time to trade. I got to tell you. I will be right back. All right, folks. All right. So I got my phone. I log into my Bitunix account here, get into a trade. Who's ready to make some money, baby? Can we get some money emojis? Do they have money emojis? What's the best money emojis we got here? I want to make some monies. I want to make some monies alive on the stream here, okay? I got my phone and I got some horchata. Who know about horchata, okay? Cafe Rio, baby. You know about that, God King? Oh yeah, that hits a spot, baby. I'm ready to make some money. Looks like it's saying pull to the upside on the casino, but man, I don't know, man. Look at that structure. That looks a little, I don't know. Looks a bit shaky to me. Get back. There it is. I told you, baby. I told you. And I was slow. I was so slow to get into the trade. I did make a trade alert, though, for Stellar Lumens XLM breaking out on the 15-minute time frame, baby. That's what nice consolidation does for you. Man, I might be able to still get in on a bullish retest, but what a move right there for Stellar Lumens XLM. I'm signing into my Bitunix account over here. I got about 6 screens over here, y'all. This is insane. I'm like one of those trader memes when they just have like screens everywhere. Like, this is the guy who you're trading against. You know what I'm talking about? What meme I'm talking about? I'm the guy you're trading against with the 6 screens. Let me see. Log it in. Authenticator. What a move right there from Stellar Lumens. Shout out to whoever just put me up on that. Who was that? Who was that? All right, Bitunix getting logged in here so we can make some gains alive. What else looks like this? Okay, give me some charts that look like this. That's what I'm talking about. We don't even have to trade Bitcoin. In fact, I'm ready to say screw Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin is I just said I don't believe in a market maker, boogeyman, but it's too manipulated right now, man. It's too manipulated. I want to do some altcoin trading, man. Altcoins that don't care about Bitcoin. All right, I got my Bitunix here logged in. And let's see what trade we want to do. I like that XLM. Let's see, MBIS. Oh my God, we're going hard on the MBIS. And I also got to do peak real quick. MBIS, is that a stock? Is that the Nebius group? Alicius, is that correct? Let me make sure I'm looking at the right thing. Is it the Nebius group? I'll be looking in the chat. Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to do peak, P-E-A-Q, P-E-A-Q, peak. All right, peak. 15-minute. Looks like it may be just about ready to go. I like that a bull flag kind of rounded bottom right there. That's pretty interesting. You got some weird blood diamonds going on right there. It is it? Okay, I got you, Alicius. I got you. Oh, Alice Suez. I'm saying that right. Okay, let me look at the daily time frame here. I'm looking at peak. Peak made a nice move. That's a nice move above the 200 MA, finding support on the 21. Looks like somewhat of a bull, a pennant to me that breaks out normally. We'll see if it does or not. Low Stokes, not too bad. I want to look at virtuals too. I really think that virtuals might be some opportunity in the market. Let me turn down the casino. I don't want to hear that too much right now. Let's go to a 4-hour time frame. Peak kind of, nice little trend. Nice little trend. Not bad. Overbought though. A red dot looks like a sell right now to me. 15-minute. 15-minute. Okay. I like that roundedness right there. I think that might be that same kind of extended rounded bull flag I was looking at. That may just break up. 5-minute under that 200. You got to break out or else you get really bearish there. All right, so there's peak. I like the daily on it. The daily has broke trend, rounded bottom, somewhat, above resistance. And maybe you'll reclaim some of these levels here. Not terrible at all. All right, let's get back into it. VVV. I want to look at Venice. Maybe I trade Venice. As far as Bitcoin was looking like a short, but it's been so just all over the place. It's been very difficult to trade Bitcoin. I got to be honest. Here we go. A VVV, a daily time frame, a nice retracement on a daily. Is it enough? Is it enough to get a bounce? 12-hour time frame, a Low Stokes. I see a potential bounce there, man. Do you see what I see? I see a bullish trend, a beautiful bull flag, another beautiful breakout and bullish trend, another bull flag. You break out the same way you did here. I can see that breaking out. Low Stokes, not curving up just yet. Money flow is green. The trend is still bullish. I like a Venice. I'm about ready to trade this one. Not too bad. How are altcoins looking good right now? Some of these altcoins, at least. Look at that. Green light, red light, green dot, red dot, green dot. Indecision right there a little bit. Careful. You do have a bearish cross right there. Shout out to Bro. You got that bearish 9 MA cross in the 50. Does it actually push it down? Look at some of these small time frames. Look a little bit more bearish there. Yeah. Looking a little bit more bearish in the smaller time frames. 2-hour kind of looks like an ugly bear flag. 30-minute. Yeah, I'm not in love with that structure. It's giving bear flag. Very just choppy on the small time frames. A lot of market manipulation X's on VVV, a Venice token. A little cute flag, very cute flag on a 3-minute. Not going to take it too serious. But that one time frame, The daily's almost ready, but I think it's a 12-hour here. The 12-hour is an interesting time frame. Maybe I'll watch it. I could see a potential trade here for Venice. Maybe a long, but you know what? Let's also not ignore this right here. I'm glad I looked down. You see the major bearish divergence there. This high, even though you had a higher high, you do have a lower stochastic there. So that could bring price down, or maybe, you know, could bring price down, and then maybe you put in a right shoulder. Maybe that becomes a head and shoulder. You always got to be careful of that. You know, no confirmed bounce yet, but that could be a good trade. Nice. Yeah, let's see. What was it? What was that stock I was supposed to look at? It wasn't Peak, right? We already looked at Peak, right? No, I didn't really do analysis on Peak. Right? Peak was the one that was no, we did do Peak. What was the stock one again? Help me out here. It was NBIS. There we go. NBIS. NBIS, the Nibius group. Here we go. A daily time frame. What an uptrend. What a beautiful uptrend on NBIS on the NASDAQ. Wow. See, this is why I like those like kind of beautifully rounded bottom bull flags, right? Bull flag, baby. Bull flag breakout. And then a beautiful rounded bottom, a breakout clean. We love that. Yes, baby. All right, but how's it doing now? So it broke out. It looks like it's at all-time highs. Let me go to like a weekly time frame and see if that's correct. All-time highs. What a perfect cup and handle too. Wow. Let me get rid of some of this market cipher stuff to make my chart a bit cleaner. Only use the market cipher when I really need it. But how beautiful. And this is what I'm talking about when I say TA plays out. And, you know, as one of you rightfully said, a self-fulfilling prophecy, you know, like everything looked good here, right? Everything looked good. It was a bullish trend. You lost it all. What TA is that, right? What TA is that? Well, you dump, you make a rounded bottom. Rounded bottoms break up. That's TA right there. You know, break it on out. That eventually became a cup and a handle. Cup and handles, they break out. It broke out parabolically, and it looks like the full measure move. So I would be looking to take profits here. If you're asking me because you hold Nibius, I would be looking to take some profits. That's my take on this. Take some profits while you're in euphoria. That's euphoria. So just sell. sell. And if it's not the top, who cares? Get in on some consolidation or the next bull flag, the next cup and handle, you know, the next setup. But that's a sell, take profit all the way to the bank, baby. Okay. Back to XLM real quick. Can I get in on a bullish retest on XLM? That was a beautiful chart. We were looking at what time frame? It was like a 15-minute breakout. Yeah, you'll be buying a breakout. We just projected this. I did make a trade alert for this XLM. That is breaking out as we speak. I'm going to go right back to Hyperliquid. I think there may be opportunity in Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid has been retracing on the 15, and maybe this is the next one to blow. We're just coming off of a big run up right there. Careful of the bearish divergence. Money flow a bit red, but I'm looking to maybe trade Hyperliquid on, look at this 30-minute. That looks about right. That 30-minute looks interesting to me. I can see a bull flag, as beautiful as they come. Current green candle on the 15-minute. 30-minute. Green candle on a 30-minute. You got a lot of time to go, about 23 minutes in the candle. If it breaks up, this can break up nicely and take Hyperliquid. Take Hyperliquid to $70.34. I'm liking Hyperliquid right now. This may be a trade alert. They haven't gave us a green dot yet, but I don't need a green dot. I can see market structure. Can it go lower? Yes, it can. In fact, you lost a 21, and you're likely to go lower. Maybe hit that 50. It could go lower, but I mean, the stochastics has said we are low enough, already curving up. RSI curved up. Do we have that blue line crossing the orange line? We do. I'm willing to trade hyperliquid right now. I like the idea of a hyperliquid long on a 30-minute because a market structure says so. How does it look on a 15? 15 has a red dot. It says be careful. A little bit of money flow and a shift to the downside. We could play the bullish retest, but man, it looks like I feel like this will break out. I don't want to go by my feelings. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get in the trade. Why not, man? Why not? Based on a 30-minute time frame, 30-minute hyper liquid. See what the long will look like. Be entry around now. I like that we at the bottom of the pattern. I'll put the stop loss below the 50 MA and also kind of just below this potential SR flip right there. If it has to go that low, we'll see. Take it the measured move, a 3.44 risk reward ratio, a nice little setup on hyperliquid right there. It's a bullish setup. I'm willing to take a chance. All right, let's make it a trade alert and make sure you don't risk too much on this, folks. And make sure you can stomach the stop loss. I'm going to call a trade alert on hyperliquid right now, 30-minute time frame.
Attention, trade alert. Trade inbound. This is not financial advice.
All right. Do your own research, manage your risk properly. I like the odds of a potential hyper liquid long here. Entry about right now or 64, 63. Stop loss at 63.01 and take profit at 70.418. I'm going to put in that trade right now, hyper liquid. I'm going to right click and copy the price for my stop loss. And we're going to put in a trade right now, putting in a trade for hyperliquid. There we go. I'm on Bitunix once again, and no KYC needed in the US, no VPN. Beautiful exchange. A God King, dropped that link for me. Drop that link for Bitunix. It will be in the chat. Very easy. Look at the 5-minute too. So extended. I like that the 5-minute 200 is right there. You can use that for support as well. Everything looks like it's about to break up. Hurry up and get into the trade. Stop loss right there. We're going to do take profit 70.362. Let me close that window. That is doing nothing. Take profit. Yep. 70.362. Stop loss at 63.018. Feel free to blindly follow me in the trade. But just don't blame me if we lose. Okay. As a trader, you have to be ready to lose. So tell me, are you ready to lose? Only if you're ready to lose, follow the trade. Okay. Only if you're ready to lose, if you can stomach a loss, do you deserve the win? Okay, so don't blame me if this if this doesn't work out, because that's what trading is all about. As a set of trades, a bunch of trades, and we have to minimize the losses and maximize the wins. Setting up that trade right now on hyperliquid. I'm actually going to limit, but I'm going to use a last. I'm not going to go too crazy on the. I'm not going to go too crazy. I got a pretty big account, but I'm going to only risk like $200. Nothing crazy for me. Risking 200 to make like, 190 to make about 700. Very small trade for me. And let's get in it. Open long. All right, I'm in a long on hyperliquid. We'll see if the super trend and the 50 MA can keep me in the trade. It's somewhat of a falling knife right now. Nothing saying that this is necessarily going to go up. You actually lost a 21 MA too, so a little bit high risk, I would say. Very high risk trade, but based on hyperliquid's super big uptrend here, very bullish trend. I can likely see this playing out. Let me look at the higher time frames here. Let me save that. Look at the higher time frames here on Hyperliquid. Yeah, you got to be careful with Hyperliquid because, I mean, it's so extended too. Let's look at the 8 hour. 8 hours, not saying that it's not too extended. Look at the 8 hour. Nice hidden bullish divergence. You got room to go on the Stokes. You know, momentum to the upside. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Let's look at some other coins. What's the best coins right now that we can long or short? I'm likely going to short Bitcoin. I want to see the crypto bubbles. I wish I would have got in on that XLM trade. Honestly, we found a banger XLM entry. I was just a little bit short. I mean, a little bit late, sorry, on the entry. That XLM looked even more probable than a Hyperliquid, honestly. Let's look at the daily. What's popping off? Lab is popping off. Can we get some lab going? XMR. Does anybody really care about XRP? 3-minute depth cross. On what? On what? JD? On JP? Sorry, JP. JD, yeah. 3-minute depth cross on what? Bitcoin, you're saying? I want to look at lab. I want to look at lab. Lab breaking out on that 8 hour. Yeah, not enough consolidation for me to get into a trade on lab. A little bit way too extended. No bull flags. Like I'm looking for this structure. You know, I'm a market structure guy. I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that in the uptrend. You know, uptrend, a bull flag, a breakout, right? Bull flag breakout. And that's what we just got in on Hyperliquid. We may win the trade. We may lose. It's fine. You know, very small trade. Let me look at HBAR. Then we'll get back to Bitcoin. HBAR, breaking out on a 15-minute time frame. Not too shabby. Okay. Okay. 4 hour, a busting above that 200 in May. 12 hour. Yeah, nice big, you know, green engulfing candles happening on HBAR right now, breaking above trend. Look at the volume. Interesting. HBAR and making moves. I do not see an entry though. It's going too vertical right now. I'm looking for those retracements. That's a retracement right there. You know, I need retracements to get in. I can't get in on this. You know, you could potentially short that, high risk, pretty much catching a falling knife in reverse. Not a big fan of that. Let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin still looking a bit dumpy here. You know, red money flow under the 200 MA on the 5-minute time frame. 1 minute just, you know, not far from the 200, which it can always make a comeback and get above it. You are breaking down with, is there some bull div slightly on the stochastic? Not really. There was on the market cipher B. Could she break up? She could. A lot of these fallen channels like this end up breaking up. Okay. Just like, you know, here, you know, a bull flag is a fallen channel. Just like here, way earlier today, all that manipulation when they brought us down, you know, they eventually break up. So, you know, I'm watching Bitcoin very closely. I kind of prefer to trade the altcoins though right now. Just looking to make money, you know, whatever I can make money with right now. We'll look at Hyperliquid again. Look, see what I'm saying? Look at Bitcoin. She is being feisty. Let's go back to Hyperliquid, see how that's doing. See, we can make some money on the Hyperliquid. See, the thing is, Hyperliquid is a bit bearish on the 1 minute time frame. We're playing the 30-minute. We're trying to see if we can get a bounce. That's pretty bearish though on the 1 minute. I gotta say on Hyperliquid, you know, it's a little bit bearish. But on the 5-minute, you can see that we are right there at support, and you've been dumping for some time now. Can we draw a Fibonacci tool here? And that lines up with a 618. Perfect. Actually, that's the opportune entry. If you're not in already, I mean, you could get in on that 618 retracement. Even a better entry right there for Hyperliquid for a scalp long right now. Nice. Shout out to Zombie Fish. Said that I took profit on my hype short. Hey, let's go. Somebody said XLM is flying. Can you look at it? Yeah, we know. We just looked at it. I just gave a perfect trade for XLM. I just couldn't get in quick enough. I couldn't get in. Man, what was the actual, hold on. What exchange was I looking at? I want to look at the same exact one because it was, man, we had the perfect trade going. This is hype. That's why. Okay. XLM. Maybe it was the Binance chart. I'm pretty sure it was the 15-minute. I had a little pattern drawn here. Yeah, it was that breakup. I knew that was going to break up. Yeah, it was that pattern right there. I wonder what happened to my trend lines, though. I would have liked my trend line to still be here, but we saw this consolidation there. I knew that was going to break up. It's breaking up right now. Stellar Lumens, a bit late for an entry, though. I'll tell you that much. I would not rush into it. Yeah, that's annoying. I wanted my trend line. I wanted to show you the trade, man. That was nice. All right. Hyper liquid. What else is taking off right now? Yeah. Yeah, hyper liquid, low Stokes in that 30-minute bull flag. And no breakout yet, though. Honestly, no breakout. It's kind of a falling knife right now. This could go a lot lower. This could go lower. We'll see. But green money flow, low Stokes, high risk, a scalp on that hyper liquid. I'm in it right now. I'm down. I'm down $41. Can we get a bounce on hype, baby? Can we get a bounce? 2-hour time frame. Yeah, I might come down, man. Might have been a little too early on this entry. I like the structure. I like the bullish structure with the nice bull flag. But you need a green candle, actually. You need a green candle, and you need it now. You need it now, baby. Let's see what other coins we got in there. Let's spam that chat again. How about that? Let's spam the chat for coins. We will not kick you out or ban you for spamming the same coin over and over again. Just do it now, baby. Do it now. Put it in the chat. Let's see what you want to look at. Okay. Which ones did I miss? Tony Rhodes has said JP the gold fake out. Oh, I gotta look at gold. Let me look at gold. We took a banger gold trade earlier, bro. This is the gold trade. Let me show it to you. This is the gold trade that I called yesterday during the live stream. We were streaming live yesterday and looking for setups just like we're doing right now. And I saw that consolidation right there on gold on a 30-minute. And, it was low Stokes, nice consolidation, everything looking beautiful. We entered. I got in and then put my stop loss into like break even too soon. I got stopped out in break even and then got back in when I saw on the smaller time frames that the trade was still good. Bitcoin was being very shaky, and it was a shaky market. I had put everything in this into break even. I wasn't trying to lose no money, but I did get back in the trade and ended up taking profit somewhere around here. Somewhere around here, I took profit, but this thing went up and hit the full take profit. That's the full move right there. Now in a retracement mode. That's right. Now in retracement mode. Who took this gold long yesterday, by the way? I see Zombie Fish did. Who took this gold long, man? Who made money off the gold long yesterday? Put some dollars in the chat, baby. Who made money off this call? I'm trying to make more calls right now. Let's make some money. And that's the whole point of this. I love it. Man, big shout out to Emod. Says, hey, man, just want to say God bless you. You are very fun to watch. Lots of knowledge to take in from you. Well, I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Yeah, gold is dumping right now, man. I mean, I guess people taking profit. I'm still bullish on gold on the daily. Daily is a beautiful consolidation. You saw us make money from those bull flags and falling wedges, and that's another bull flag right there on the daily. Finding support on the 200 MA, the yellow line, a green dot, low Stokes. I'll say it could curve up a bit more, but not too late to get in on the gold, a daily trade. I gave that as a trade alert earlier today on the AM show, but it hasn't broke out yet. So it's pretty early on that trade. Nothing has really happened yet. Okay, I'm seeing XRP is super strong. I don't know how true that is. We'll see. Who made money from the gold? I know somebody. I know somebody followed me on that gold trade yesterday. Who made money? All right, I'm gonna look at XRP. Okay, XRP. The daily is low, 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 low. Look how low you are. Jesus Christ. I do like these rounded bottom, rounded bottom, rounded bottom. But then you have that. Are you gonna round it bottom again, or is that just a handle for your little triple bottom, your little inverse? But you're getting rejected from the 9 MA. That's right, the 9 period moving average right there, the orange one. No breakout. What are you guys talking about? No breakout right there on XRP, just kind of hanging out. Could it be a bottom? It could. 8-hour time frame. Green dot. Sure. Money flow red though. It says that it just, lower highs to come. That's a bear flag. XRP kind of looks like trash right now. I gotta be honest. It kind of looks like trash. Could it, come back? Anything can happen. I mean, these fallen channels, you eventually break out of it, at least for a little bit. Come up, dump it again. It can happen. If you want me to look at your coin, you really got to spam it. You got to spam it like an annoying person, like to get my attention. I don't, pay attention that much into the chat, okay? All right. Wow. Yeah, somebody said BTC dumping. We'll take a look at that. But 15-minute time frame. Okay, that's a little nice bullish cross right there. And I like the inverse head and shoulder, a vibe right there on the 15-minute. Not too bad. Small time frame is not the worst in the world, but yeah, XRP is doing nothing. Doing nothing right now. Let's go to BTC. Wow, that looks very bearish on the 6-hour. 2-hour about to dump. Yeah, I knew this 2-hour, man, was it, bro. I knew it. You heard me saying it all stream. I was just so hesitant. That looks like it's about to dump so hard. Let's look at the casino real quick, see what's going on with the demand right now in the market. We're on the pull to the downside, demand at -42. Almost every time frame a bearish. It looks like a short is in play, a short in play for Bitcoin. Look at liquidity. Looking at liquidity, liquidity is below us. It's not too late to short. Not too late to short on the 1-hour to 2-hour. I think we get into a short, folks. Let's get into a short. Let's get into a short on the 2-hour time frame. We're gonna have a deep stop loss above 74,400. Yeah, 74,400. We're gonna take Bitcoin down to 18,000.
Attention, trade alert. Trade inbound. This is not financial advice.
Never financial advice, but this could be a high probability short on Bitcoin. I want to short Bitcoin because this is a bearish to me right now on that 2-hour time frame. That's right, the 2-hour looks like it's ready to spill over. Entry around now. Copy the price. 74,400 on the stop loss. BTC looks like she's gonna dump. Give me the small time frame. Yeah, she looks bearish. So let's go ahead and put in a new trade now. We're slightly down in the hyper liquid, starting to get a little bit of a bounce though. Just so you know, BTC looking at the 2-hour time frame. Get rid of this box. Yeah, that looks pretty dumpy to me. Yeah, stop loss for the BTC short. We're putting it in a trade right now. Feel free to trade along with me. But once again, don't blame me if you lose. Take responsibility for your own trades. Only take this trade if you agree with the TA, okay, and okay with whatever your stop loss is. Okay, don't blame me. Don't sue me. You may lose. You may lose every trade I give you. You know, I'm human. I'm not a sidekick. We may lose. You must be okay with losing. You got to be a loser at first to be a winner. You got to be good at losing. I'll go as far to say you got to be good at losing to be a good trader, okay? Being good meaning losing a little bit of money and not a lot of it. So don't risk too much here. You know, don't be stupid. But I'm putting in a stop loss at 74,400. And I'm going to take Bitcoin down the measured move of the bear flag. Now, that's a long flag right there. The flagpole is pretty long. Says we could take Bitcoin down to 70,660. Putting in the trade right now, 70,660. 70,660. Stop loss at 74,400. I'm going to get in the trade right now. There could be a better entry. So just, modify this trade if you want. If you want to put your entry higher, get an even better entry, do your thing. Use this trade for inspiration if you want. But I'm going to do this and I'm going to risk. I mean, this is a big trade on 2 hours, so I might risk a little bit here. I'm going to risk probably about, once again, don't put the same amount as me. We have different size accounts. I'm willing to lose $1,000 here. I'm willing to lose $1,000 on this short trade to potentially make about $2,500 there. That sounds like a 2.5 a risk reward ratio. Is that it? Is that the best I can get? Let me see a measured move. Yeah, measured move right there. Right there. Looks like we can go a bit lower. And how does that match up with liquidity? Liquidity says we can go how low? Sometimes I like to use a liquidity for my take profit targets here. Let's see. We could take it down. This says 70,955. Maybe even lower. Maybe take this second batch of whoa, 68 is insane. All right. Well, we could take it to low 70s. Okay. You could take it to low 70s. Take profit. Yeah, I like where I'm at. Yeah, let's do it. I'll do a 2.7, barely a 3, but it's a very probable trade, big time frame. Shouldn't be a lot of wicks for like volatility. I think the volatility is mostly happening on the small time frames. All right, I'm gonna get into the short trade and now on Bitcoin. I'm in it, baby. I'm in the short trade. Short trade activated on Bitcoin. We'll see where we could take it. 5-minute time frame. See how we look. It looks like we're rolling over on a 5-minute. Yeah, rolling over. 15-minute. 15-minute. I still see this as an imperfect, somewhat head and shoulder right there on the 15-minute. Pretty red money flow. All the momentum heading down right now. All the momentum heading down on a 15-minute. We just gave you a trade for Bitcoin. That's right, a live trade on Bitcoin. I just got into it. It is a short. And doesn't that just look like a bear flag right there to you guys? No. Is that not a bear flag? It's a bear flag, but it has like volatility, extreme volatility in the bear flag. I'll draw what should be like a normal bear flag, right? And there's the volatility. A wicket down, the wicket up to the bottom of the pattern. Could it come to the top of the pattern again? Sure, it can. But, I just think there's a good possibility that this thing comes down. Once again, the trade is active. I'm entered right now. My stop loss is 74,400. Take it on down to 70,000, about 70,600. If you're even more patient and you're like, I don't know, but, I'm one of those people who want, the super sniper entry, like my brother Rex. Where you at, Rex? You don't talk enough, man. Where are you, Rex? If you're like my bro Rex, you like a super sniper entry, then you try to get in at the top of the pattern. Imagine you're very patient, get in at the top of the bear flag, like up here, like you just speculate it goes up again, and try to catch like a wick. Try to catch like how great would that entry have been right there, right? Try to catch a wick right here somewhere, maybe top of the pattern. And then stop loss, maybe somewhere here. Maybe you have a tighter stop loss. Maybe you have it right there. I'm not in love with the idea because if you do go to that level, it's a good chance you do just wick up and probably stop you out. At that point, just make sure you don't risk too much. So, you could do something like that and then take it to the same take profit and have a really good risk reward ratio, make a lot more money bringing it down to 70,600. So there's a patient entry right there, a patient, not right now entry, allowing Bitcoin to get back up to the top of the pattern and then a dump, right? So there's a patient entry. I'm with the right now entry. I like right now entries because I don't know if it's going to come back up, right? I don't know if it's going to come back up. I don't like to say what Bitcoin is going to do. I like to do what Bitcoin, I like to trade Bitcoin as it is now. So either I would trade it now or I would wait, and then get in when it, when it fits, when it fits where I want it to be, but I just don't have the time for that right now. I'm only trying to do about 2 hours here. So I don't have time to be waiting for Bitcoin to go up there. There he is, Rex. Rex said, I said 74.4. What'd you say, 74 as the entry? Okay, so my stop loss is your entry, basically, you mean. 74.4, that's a beautiful entry, man. Anything 74, anything is an awesome entry. I just don't know if we'll get it. And I wish the NASDAQ was still open. I wish we had some other sources to see what's going on. Can we check Truth Social again? Anything going on with that damn war? You guys help me out with that. There got to be some more, what is going on? Do we dump it? Do we dump it? Spam those coins. Spam those coins. Okay, I kept seeing HBAR. Let me look at HBAR. Here we go, HBAR. Okay, and once I get your coin, you can stop spamming. I'm breaking out on a 15-minute full breakout right now. Yeah, wow, look at that. I wish I saw HBAR not too long ago. Like right here would have been a nice buy. Let's see. Go to some higher time frames. What can you do with it? What can you do with it, HBAR? Okay, just breaking out. You're just breaking out. There was a nice breakout here. Consolidation, gave it all the way back. I'm assuming this was earlier today. Let me see, like the morning. Not really, it was actually like afternoon. Interesting. Okay, a lot of bullish candles, a lot of bullish engulfing candles right now, HBAR, especially on a daily. It has broken up above resistance here. Well, at resistance. What an incredible breakout. It's too breaky outy. It's too breaky outy to get in right now for a long and too risky to short. This is a do nothing trade. Do nothing on HBAR. But congratulations if you're holding HBAR or if you got in down at the bottom. I can't do nothing with that. It's just breaking out right now. Okay. All right. Let's get into some Ethereum. And also, folks, while you are spamming those coins, can you go ahead and just, hit the like button for me, especially if you're not going to send a super chat. Just hit the like button. I'll take that as a form of payment. Help us out in the algorithm for looking at your coin. All right, go ahead and hit that like button for me as I take care of your requests. Looking at Ethereum now. Let's go to Ethereum on Binance. ETH is just struggling. Holy moly. Look at that daily. Rolled over is just giving you nothing. It's giving you death and gloom and just misery and just a miserableness, man. Just wow. It's giving you fear. It's giving you hopelessness. It's giving you poverty. I see poverty in Ethereum. If you're holding Ethereum, you will go broke. That's what I see. All right, next coin. Oh man, 4 hour time frame. I do see a bear flag. Ethereum a dumping more and more. Jeez, it's just bear flag after bear flag. What's up with these low volume candles everywhere? There we go. Okay, all right. Okay, that makes sense. That was this morning, the dump. That was the breakout from the Truth Social post right there. And there is a nice bull flag, but you haven't given us a green candle yet. When you jump in before you have a green candle, you end up, let me pull it up. You end up down in a trade, like the hype trade right now. I like the setup, but I did get in a bit early here. We should have waited for at least a green candle. You know, the setup is nice. I like the bull flag. You know, but you know, you wait for a green candle. You know, this could still play out, but you're supposed to wait for a green candle at least, you know, on the bull flag to get in. But I do like the low Stokes on a hyper liquid right there. Okay. We do have the Bitcoin a short active. I gave you the call for the Bitcoin short. Right now in profit, barely. We'll see what's going on with Bitcoin on the smaller time frames. Was I looking at the right chart for ETH? I was. Yeah, pretty bearish. That looks horrible. Yeah, horrible. I hope ETH gets a move, though. I can't find any bullishness here whatsoever. It says just, you know, short ETH with no stop loss, and don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Walk away. Yeah, account will not get liquidated. Just a short ETH and you'll be all good. All right. I love it, man. Let me look through this chat real quick. Big shout out to Trex. Big shout out to Digital Natives, Alex, man, TNT, man. Did I look at HBAR yet, folks? I'm seeing TRX. I'm seeing TRX. Are you spamming enough for me? I need more spam. I need more spam. Okay, I will look at, I think I look at HBAR already. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, but let me look at TRX. I'm a TRX bull. You know, I've held TRX for a long time. And TRX is one of those coins and that has not had the bear market. This is the daily time frame for TRX, folks. There was no bear market for TRX, as you can see. Just higher highs and higher lows all the way up, okay? But interesting what's happening right now. That is a break in trend, a break in character, and actually very bearish. That's very extremely bearish for Tron right there. 3 red engulfing, insane, screw you over, insane in the membrane. Man, it's bearish. But is it just, you know, a much needed retracement? Once again, TA is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Thank you, whoever gave me that. I'm going to remember that and use that every day now, okay? So if I had to draw a fib, I would draw it from the last retracement because it looks a lot like this right here, right? A little bit like this retracement. Coming up, retrace, but, you know, a 3-day retracement. That's the retracement. That's the bear market they had. Let's just talk about that for a second. Hold on. Let's just talk about the fact that where is October 10th of Tron? You all remember what happened October 10th, aka the great dip in the crypto market. Where is October 10th on Tron? So that was 2025, right? And it should be around here somewhere. Okay, there's the retracement finally, right? We're on a 1 day for Tron. Nice double bottom. TA, self-fulfilling prophecy right there. Nice double bottom on Tron. Let me go to 10/10/2025, the October 10th. Great dip liquidation event right here. There it is, that wick. So that was bull market, great dip. Tron. So Tron did have a retracement. You know, it's hard to say Tron didn't have a bear market, but at the same time, their bear market wasn't like that bad, right? They just big run up. They came down. How much of a retracement is that? It looks like a deep 786. Looks like a deep 786 retracement on Tron there. I'm sorry I'm being so macro on Tron, but I'm just want to see what's going on. Yeah, pretty much a perfect. Why can't I pull that? There we go. All right. Yeah, almost perfect 786 retracement, just below it, you know, maybe more like 85% retracement. I don't know. But somewhere around a 786, it did put in that double bottom. It did put in that beautiful rounded double bottom. And once again, you know how bearish this would have looked at the time? That would have looked so bearish. And in fact, it would have looked bullish. Hold on. First, you had a cup. Then you had a handle. People were probably like, oh, cup and handle reversal on Tron, right? And then, you know, they're like, oh, my God, no, TA didn't play out. Oh, my God, crying. TA did not play out. And then, buyer step in and this happens. And now we got a double bottom, you know, and it makes sense. The fact was it was not, you know, a cup and handle. It was a double bottom, but you couldn't see that just yet. You couldn't see it. TA didn't play out the way you wanted to play out, but it did play out. You had a double bottom with your neckline, and that breaks you back up to close to where you are now. Get a little bit more of a push, blow off top, and then finally retrace. Now for a retracement here, I would be looking at this level on Tron, maybe from that retracement to here. And look, we're already at a golden pocket, known retracement zone, could 786 or even 80, 90%, something like, you know, it did before. But that's the macro on Tron. I'll look at the right now time frame, see if there's any little trades on it. Let's see, 5-minute time frame, a bit bearish there. Yeah, a bit bearish. Kind of looks like somewhat of a bear flag. Not really trending up, but bear pennant. Let's call it a bear pennant. You know, getting tight. Price getting tight after a big dump there. You know, maybe there's a short on Tron there. Let's go to like a 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame. A Tron. Yeah, just bear money flow. Trying to turn green though. Dump, bear flag. Trend down, a dump. You know, trying to put in some type of circular bottom there, a dump. Yeah, I just see it reeks of bearish consolidation right now on those small time frames on Tron. Be careful. It's still in retracement mode. Could be catching a falling knife. I'm getting back to Bitcoin. Is she going to pump or is she going to dump? Is she going to pump or is she going to dump? The 1 minute, the 5 minute will tell us. Right now, the 1 minute is still dumping, trying to get some type of action above the 21, but way below the 200. Looks a bit bearish. We'll look at that liquidity again. It seems to be getting brighter to the downside. I'm betting that Bitcoin takes the liquidity that's closer. Closer is to the downside. Let's check on the trades. Okay. Bitcoin slightly down. Hyperliquid getting a little bit of a bounce here. Like I said, I was a bit early on this trade. I jumped the gun, got excited about Hyperliquid in this bull flag and it's a beautiful uptrend. And not too late for you if you think that's a nice bull flag to get in on Hyperliquid. I'm trading it right now on the 30-minute time frame. I'm saying that this is a bull flag, just like that, and that it breaks up. I'm in on Hyperliquid, looking to take it on up. My stop loss is at 63.018, and my take profit is up at 70.362. Those are some nice wicks at the bottom. That looks like a bottom. That's when you get in. Once you finally put in a green candle and you start to push up like that is when you get in. So go ahead, trade alert on that Hyperliquid.
Attention, trade inbound. Attention, trade alert. High probability setup found.
High probability, high risk setup found. Hyperliquid has been running up. It may continue to. I'm in the trade. We'll see what happens. All right, let me show some love to this chat. Let's make some love in this club. XRP. And then I just look at XRP. Do you want more XRP? Mohammed Nasaj. Hello. We got a lot of Mohammeds in here. Where's the real Mohammed? Can the real Mohammed please stand up? French Toaster. What it do? All right. Alex Martinez. Where are the likes and hearts at, Sin City fam? Is it just me or is there only one like so far? I think we got a lot more likes than that. You guys should smash that like button though, especially if you're putting in those requests. If you're enjoying the stream, you know, if you like the TA, please hit the like button. We appreciate that. Helps out the algorithms. All right. Shout out to Pygas. See who else is in the chat. Make sure I'm not forgetting anybody. ICP is down. Might be good. Yeah, I'll look at ICP. I don't think I've looked at ICP yet. Let's see. Boo, boo, boo. And now we definitely got to look at SUI. Let's do it. ICP. ICP on the 1 minute. Yuck. Yuck. All right. No, not yuck on the price, but just yuck on those low volume candles. But yeah, a little bit yuck on the price. It's dumping right now around the top, kind of under the 1 minute, 200, a 3 minute. And that looks nasty. It is a yuck. It's a yuck. Let me see. Downtrend, bear flag, rollover, bear flag, potential rollover right there. We'll see. I mean, you could double bottom. You have some support right there. Yeah, we bounced from this level a bunch of times. We bounced from this level a bunch of times. Will it bounce again? Look at your 4-hour time frame. Yuck. That looks like a head and shoulder to me. Some type of complex head and shoulder, a bit bearish, dumps here, baby. And that's a 4-hour time frame. Look at that downtrend. Whoa. From a nice uptrend, though, gave it all the way back. Very volatile right there. That looked like a diamond pattern. I showed you guys this diamond pattern a few times. I said, you know, you get high volatility. It looks a bit like that. And you exit the opposite way that you entered. And I guess you entered from a downtrend. Yeah. You entered from a downtrend and exited a bull trend. Hold on. There you go. So it's like that, basically. You had downtrend, diamond, high volatility, exit, bull trend. Now you got, you know, a attempted breakout, rejected. Looks like an extended head on a complex head and shoulder. It dumps the price lower. I'm willing to bet that ICP goes lower here based on this chart, 4-hour chart. Let me go to your 10-hour. Ooh. Yeah, you can see the same thing. The head and shoulder is even more clear there on the 10-hour. Still getting a bit low, though. Money flow red. Daily time frame. ICP keeps having that, you know, I keep seeing this beautiful, you know, rounded bottom. Tried to break out, got rejected. 2 red candles after that rejection. This can dump a bit lower here. You lose these moving averages right here. You're already below it. A bit shaky on the daily and a lot of time frames for ICP right now. I don't really see a setup, you know, to trade, not bullishly. Maybe there's a trade to short it. You could short that complex if you want. I'll draw it out for you. I'm not going to do it, and I'm not going to put a trade alert for it, but I don't see why you couldn't just short that. Enter around now, stop loss above the right shoulder. Take it on down to as far low as it wants to go. Go to the daily time frame, see how that looks. Yep. Put in a new low on the daily. Why not? I can see that as a trade. So you can see roughly the idea. A potential short right there on ICP. I could be wrong. But I'm just looking at the structure as it stands. All right, let's go to SUI, SUI, USDT. Now, SUI is my baby, okay? Me and SUI are dating, all right? She is lovely, and I want to marry her. Look at this degenerate trade I was looking at earlier. I did not do this, y'all. But I'm like, at some point, I want to swing SUI, okay? I want to swing her. But once we put in a confirmed bottom, you know, we get a green daily candle. I'm looking to do something like this. You know, as soon as we put in a nice green candle with a nice wick, I'm gonna long SUI. You can guarantee that. I'm gonna long SUI, but I need some green candles. It's just free fall right now. Free fall, just a danger zone. 6-hour time frame. It looks bearish, man. SUI looks bearish. Descending triangle right now. This is my baby once again. You know, I make sweet love to her from time to time. And, you know, I got a big bag of SUI. I want her to do good, but it looks bearish. I just got to be honest with the audience here. I got to be honest, baby. 1 hour time frame. Yeah, it's just a downtrend after downtrend, 30-minute downtrend. You got to do something, sweet. 15-minute, a double bottom there. Okay. That's interesting, actually. That's an interesting spot. You might be able to do something with that. What if you long the double bottom? Not telling you to do this, not financial advice, but what if we did something like that? That would be interesting off that double bottom. Let me go to a 5-minute time frame. Yeah, double bottom, very clear there. Let's see. I don't like the way it's kind of just. Is that yeah, another double bottom there, kind of double bottom within a double bottom. This was giving me at first kind of Adam and Eve vibes, but this needs to be a little bit more rounded to truly be an Eve right there, right? That's more like I don't know, Adam and Michelle, whatever that means. A 1-minute time frame. 1 minute is trying to get bullish. Look at SWE right there. Look at that. Somewhat of a rising wedge on a 1-minute time frame. SWE breaking out right now. Is that what you're telling me? SWE breaking out? SWE only breaks out if Bitcoin breaks out. So Bitcoin must be trying to break out. Yeah, Bitcoin is attempting to break out right here. Check it out. See it? Attempting to break out. 1-minute time frame. You're so below the 200 MA though. It could just be lackluster. Nothing exciting there. Got to be honest. I'm on Bitcoin right now, 3-minute time frame. I mean, you're right at the 50, could get rejected. Nothing exciting until you actually break above the moving averages. For me, like on a 5-minute, 3-minute, 1 minute, you get above the 1 minute 200, we could talk. But right now, I don't know, a little bit lackluster. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Any new Truth Social posts? Is there any news we need to know? I need y'all to keep me up to date, baby. Come on. Hype. See what that hyper liquid is looking like again. Why do they keep giving me these candles? What are you doing? Hype USDT. That looks crazy, bro. Okay, 30-minute time frame. I'm just gonna go to Bitunix. Okay, I just want to see what the hype, how the hype chart is looking for the hype trade. We're still, I mean, these are 30-minute candles. These candles take a long time to close, but you see this candle looking like it want to get spicy there. It wants to get spicy. I like this trade. I think this trade is even more, more likely than a Bitcoin trade. I don't even like the idea of trading Bitcoin right now. I don't like the idea of it because of how, how much just volatility and just indecision is going on. It seems like these altcoins are like a little bit more decisive, even more than Bitcoin right now. We're looking at Bitcoin at potentially being in a bear flag right here. But who knows? Maybe they invalidate it. Maybe they break it back up. Momentum still flowing to the downside. High volatility with these wicks. I look bearish, but hey, what do I know? Let me look at that 12-hour time frame for Bitcoin. That 12-hour was kind of bullish to me earlier. I was considering swing longs on Bitcoin. That's right. I was considering a swing longs, and you see these wicks here on the 12-hour. Green dot, low stochastics. No green candle, though. Very indecision. Could go green right now. Look at that indecision on the 12-hour. Do you see what I'm saying with Bitcoin? It's almost like Bitcoin is behaving in a way that, like, I think a grid bot would be very successful trading right now. Just kind of buy this low, buy this high, buy this low, buy this high in like a tight range. You see what I'm saying? Bitcoin has been very volatile, but not decisive about direction. We've all, assumed the big dump was coming the other day. But Bitcoin is bing bonging within ranges, and I think a trading bot or a grid bot would do pretty well with this price action, that tight price action. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm seeing SEI. I'll look at SEI real quick. SCI, okay, 12 hour, same time frame. I was just looking at Bitcoin. Nice double bottom right there. Broke it up. It looks somewhat like a cup and handle to me. Clean breakout above that 200. Nice rounded bottom with the double bottom in it and a handle to top it off. So what are we saying? Is it bullish? It looks bullish to me. It looks bullish. I mean, you need a green candle right there, but this looks like it may turn green. Nice wick at the bottom. That's a bullish little trend to me. It's a break of trend from this bearish trend right here. That looks not too bad on a 12-hour time frame. How about like a 4-hour? Okay, look at that. A close-up view of that handle. Nice low Stokes. You see there's some buy pressure right there with that long wick. That looks interesting. Man. Very interesting. That looks longable. You could potentially long that. Let's see. If you got in around there, stop loss where? Below the 200, below those wicks. Bring it on up. That's a 3-to-1 right there, just to the top of, right there, the top of the left side of the cup. That's not too bad. Nice little potential trade for SEI. All right. Beautiful. Back to Bitcoin. Bitty Bitcoin. Just look at that on a 4-hour, man. Is that not bearish? Come on. Come on. You going to pump that? Is that not bearish in a 4-hour? Just zoomed out just like that. Come on. Is this bullish or bearish? Say it in the chart right now. In the chart. Say it in the chat right now. Is this bullish or bearish? Let me know in the chat. I'll wait while I put the casino on, see what's going on in the market with the demand. All right. Bullish or bearish on that 4-hour for Bitcoin? Digital Native says, bearish. It's bearish, man. That's why I'm short, but I'm probably down on the short because of high volatility. All right. Digital Native says the whole market is ready for a short overnight. I agree, especially based on this liquidity. So interesting. We were just looking at the 4-hour time frame. Let's look at the 4-hour liquidity chart. See how liquidity matches up on the 4-hour. Now we know there's a lot on the small time frame. The 5-minute was showing us a lot of liquidity, directly below us. And here we are looking at the 4-hour. Let me zoom in on these candles. Here we go. All right, so we got some yellow bars under us here. Looks like the liquidity starts at about 72,281. And I don't remember it being that yellow before. We might have built some liquidity up. We just got to be careful, though. If we ever happen to get a crazy pump again because Trump is being Trump and putting things on Truth Social, if we come up to about 75,000 again and then potentially go all the way back up to that red band, I'm just saying that red band is there at 80K. Careful. But I can see Bitcoin taking out this yellow band. That's right, yellow band at 72,100. Bitcoin will likely go lower and take that out. That looks bearish. We all agree, it seems, that this looks bearish. So that's why I put the short trade call. But look at that. That looked bearish too, though. Look how low that went. It tried to get it. And then Truth Social post. Bring it right back up. I think we take another stab at it. We'll see. All right. I got a super chat right now. Take care of the super chat. Maddie Ghost donated $10 with a super chat. Says, lab ready for a short yet? Is that a question? Looks like a question. No question mark, but I think it's a question. Let's look at lab and see if it's ready for a short. All right. Come back to Trading View here, and we'll bring up lab. LAB, a lab, a USDT, baby. Here we go. A lab on the 4-hour. Yeah, this is one of those coins that would just taken off. Yeah, this is just taking off right now. A lot of bullish engulfing candles. So I do understand the question. Is it ready for a short? Well, question is, are there any red candles yet? Are there any like reversal patterns there yet? Let's take a look. Let's go to some smaller time frames so we can zoom in on this top to see if it's actually a top. Let's take a look. Let's go down to a 2-hour nice wicks. You got some tweezer tops there. This could potentially turn into some type of SFP swing failure pattern. But look, the current candle just opened, it looked like. And in fact, did we have the daily close already? I think we had the daily close on Bitcoin. We got to look at that. But lab 2-hour candle just opened, so we really have no data. It just opened. You can't even consider that a red candle. It was red, but it just opened like 3 minutes ago. So I mean, this can go green, can go red. We'll see what happens. Let's look at the 1-hour time frame. The 1-hour time frame already has a red candle. It's not an engulfer. We do have a bearish divergence on the indicator here, telling us that maybe we can short. You see that? Way higher highs on the price, and you have slightly lower lows on the stochastics. So not very strong bearish divergence, but there is bearish divergence. That's something I do look for the short. Let's go to a 30-minute time frame. There is an evening star pattern. That is a reversal pattern. It doesn't always have to play out, right? TA is a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? It may be something else that I don't see right now, but it'll make sense in the end. But right now, it is, an imperfect evening star pattern, a reversal star pattern, swing failure pattern. This tells you can short this on the 30-minute time frame. I mean, I still high risk, but this says you can short. This would be more certain if you can get a bearish engulfer. It looks like you're getting one right now, maybe 26 minutes left in the candle. This says, yes, you can short. So what if you put a stop loss? Now, entry. I like right now entries. If you want to put it a little bit higher and trying to get up, on the top of the candle, sure. But I'm just, for argument's sake, going to put the entry where price is right now. And of course, put the stop loss above the swing failure pattern there, and bring the take profit down. We got a over a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio right there on a short, a potential short on lab. And look at it, about to play out right now. I say that's pretty likely right there, I would say.
Time to blindly follow JP.
Hey.
Send City Crypto. New trade alert. This is not financial advice.
I'm just saying, maybe a trade alert. I don't know, a bit higher risk here. I know nothing about lab. I don't know if it'll keep going up, but you got some red candles. You do have a reversal pattern, just a candle pattern, not really a market structure pattern, like multiple patterns in one. You could get a bounce from the 9 MA. Careful. I wouldn't call that a very strong moving average, but I don't see why you couldn't short that with good risk management. So there you go. All right. Perfect. Let's look at some smaller time frames. 15-minute. Okay. I see the rejection. I can see that happening. Losing the 9. It's like imperfect head and shoulder. 5-minute. That looks a bit bearish to me. Looks like it will come down. Oh, that 3-minute looks hella bearish. What's that about? The thunderclap right there. It may get clapped. Okay, folks. I gotta go soon. I'm actually gonna put a normal day here. The first time I did this a few days ago, I did a 7-hour stream. 7 hours, man. And we got a lot of new subscribers, and man, had a lot of fun. We made a lot of money on stream because of that stream, and we hit my goal of 150 live viewers that day. We're now going to be live streaming every evening and bringing you trade setups. Okay, I want to keep doing this for you. So remember to find me here at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 6 p.m. Eastern time, pretty much every day. And when I'm not streaming, we'll have my boy, my partner, David. I'm sure he will stream. So we want to keep the streams going. We have the AM show in the studio. We have this big, beautiful studio in Las Vegas, Nevada. Sin City Podcast, Sin City Crypto. You can see our other videos, gorgeous studio. We do that 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Okay. And then on the weekends, you'll get the PM stream, either from the Zen Lab, my home here, or maybe a Dave will. Okay. So I hope this was informative for you, educational, helpful, entertaining, all the above. Okay. Yeah. So, we'll keep doing this for you. I'll look at Bitcoin one more time just before I slide out of here. Okay. I appreciate all the super chats, likes. And if you forgot to hit the like button, hit that like button right now, please, to show your appreciation. The best thing you can do is hit that like button. And let's go back. Let's go back to Bitcoin. 3-minute time frame, kind of chopping around a bit there. 1 minute, can you get above the 200 MA? It's going to take a stab at it. It's going to take a stab at Bitcoin and not going out without a fight here. But it is fighting macro pressure, fighting the 4-hour bear flag, fighting the 2-hour bear flag, fighting the weekly red dot rolling over, losing the 21 MA. A bit bearish there on the larger time frames, macro pressure bringing Bitcoin down. We only got a few days left in the monthly candle. Just 2 days left in the monthly candle. It is a very bearish hammer candle right there. That's what has me looking for shorts in Bitcoin right now. Let's look at the daily candle. It just closed. That's right. The daily candle closed about 10 minutes ago, it looks like. And we got an indecision candle here, but it is red, and I still call it bearish because it came low. It went lower. Price went lower. It's still red. You do have wicks there. I mean, if this next candle ends up being a nice green candle, then it could look like a nice bottom. But right now, you got a red candle. You do have wicks. There's buy pressure. Maybe possibly could eventually become a bottom. But right now, it's not a confirmed bottom. This could, I use the term, a thunderclap. When price moves very quick, thunder, 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 clap way down to 70K, 65K or lower. Now, I'll say this. A lot of people believe we need wicks on candles on both sides. So, I mean, we got a daily candle right now. Even if it goes lower, we might want a wick to the upside. So maybe that's why we're getting the push right now up on Bitcoin on a 1-minute time frame at just above the 200 now. It could be a quick move for Bitcoin up now. So if you are still bearish and not in the trade, I would say, look for bearish divergence on a 1-minute time frame, on a 5-minute time frame. The small time frames, maybe short this, push up. If you're bearish, based on the macro, you think Bitcoin is going lower, you think it will take that liquidity, you don't want to get in right now with a deep stop loss, then maybe, let this pump a bit and then short it. And she's getting above the 1 minute right now. And we'll see what happens for Bitcoin. What is Hyperliquid doing? Hyperliquid, another. So we put one green candle. Here comes another green candle. I think she'll pump. I don't know if she usually pumps with Bitcoin, but it looks like Hyperliquid. We may have a winner here. We'll see what happens. It's very, very early. We'll see what happens with the Hyperliquid trade. And finally, we have a Discord. You know how a lot of traders have Discords, premium courses. Well, we have a Discord. I have a Discord. Sin City Crypto, Legendary God King. Put the link in the chat, okay, for the Discord. It's completely free. Completely free. We give trade setups, TA, we chat. We do live TA sometimes in there in the voice chat area. But although we're doing a lot more just live streams now every day, but sometimes we're in the live TA area where we do collaborative TA. Okay. So go ahead and join the Discord. We'll put that link in the chat for you. And I'm going to slide out of here and enjoy my day. I'm going to enjoy the weekend. I'm going to get out of the charts, touch grass, let whatever trades I'm in cook. If they win, they win. If they don't, they don't. I'm not going to stress it at all. I'm prepared to lose. I think being a good trader, you have to be a really good loser, an expert loser. I'm an expert loser, okay? I know how to lose responsibly. That's the goal, risking just a little bit. You know what I think about Bitcoin? You know what the first thing I did when I came home from work, instead of getting in the charts, I jumped in the pool. I got a really big pool here. I jumped in the pool with my clothes on, including my shoes. That's how I'm feeling about these markets, man. Sometimes you got to touch grass. Sometimes you got to jump in pools with your clothes on, okay? Get out of the charts sometime, damn it. Get out of the charts. Enjoy your life, okay? Have fun. Life is short. Be safe. Make money. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Love you guys. Take care now.